Welcome back, guys. How we doing? Thank you very much for the support in the last video. Be sure to stay to the end of the video. Here's an announcement to make. Go on, tell them to stay to the end of the video. No? Yeah? Maybe next time, guys. Thank you very much. We're going to get straight into it. How we're doing, guys. What we're going to do today is we're just going to go over my training program and just a little bit about what I'm going to do per meal, and then we'll get straight into that thing towards the end. Like I say, if you're enjoying the series, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It does really help. It helps the algorithm of YouTube. So what we're going to do is, we're going to break it down into days. So obviously Monday's chest and triceps. That's what I'll be working on a Monday. Anything in purple is obviously compound lifts. So as you can see here, we're going to do flat bench and incline bench on a Monday. We're going to do 10 sets. That's five reps at 40%, 5 reps at 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%. And then we'll repeat it in return. What might happen with these set 5 might be the case. It might be maybe 3 to 5 reps. Everything in red is just basically the assistant, or like decline dumbbell press, machine press, cable pec flies. It's all going to help towards the chest for me to be able to lift a heavier bench. And it's just the same all the way down. Obviously with the triceps, it's the same. Anything that's a push is triceps. Anything that's a pull is biceps. And that's the same principle. So anything that's a push is chest and triceps. Anything pulls back and biceps. That's why I've got it in this category. This is only going to be for 2, maybe 3 weeks. It'll come more apparent later on in the video. So obviously Tuesday's going to be back of biceps. It's going to be deadlifts. Same principles as the bench press. It's 5 at 40, 50, 60, 70, and then repeat in reverse. Like I said, the 80% might be a 1 to 3 reps because you're looking at nearly to your max. So as we seen last week, my max deadlift, I'm going to say it's max deadlift because I didn't record anymore. So max deadlift for me is going to be 160, although I did do 5 reps of it in the last video. If you want to go and check the last video, it will be in the card up in the right hand corner right now. And same again. So all the red ones are just the assistant. So stiff arm pull downs, lat pull downs, dumbbell rows. All these are going to change. So 2 to 3 weeks when it comes to the end of this program. This is basically my program to get back in to weight training. Obviously, like I said to you before, I haven't trained for 5 years. This is me getting back into it. So then obviously Wednesday's going to be legs and abs. I never used to do abs when I first started training strongman years ago, but this time I want to use the science of it. Instead of just eating anything, getting fat and powerful, I want to actually look good in a way as well. So this is this thing. So squat and front squat. Front squat's really good for your stuff like your deadlifts, because it's good for your quads. It's good for your overhead press and stuff like that. So same principle. It's all going to be all the way up to 80%. These 80% might be 1 to 3 rep max. And then you've got your leg press, leg extension, leg curls. I did get a couple of people in my last video turn around to me and say, listen, if you're doing exercises, please could you like tell us what the exercise is, because not everyone knows what the exercises are. And yeah, I took that on board and I definitely will. The only difference with this one is obviously the plank's going to be for 1 minute for 5 sets, because obviously you can't really do reps on that. So that's 1 minute for 5 sets. So then obviously Thursday is going to be overhead press. So that's all shoulder work. Shoulders, traps and grip. Massive thing for strongman is grip. Massive thing. So we're going to do overhead press for the same principle. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Repeat in reverse. think my 80%, what did I do last week? I think we're at 70 for 2 reps. So I'm going to class that as my 100%, so 80% are probably, rough figure, just off top of the head, maybe, what, 60, 55 or something like that, maybe. So something along them lines. And then obviously everything else is the same. It's all assistant work, all the way down to traps. So traps needs to be a heavy lift. It needs to be really heavy, because traps take some punishment. They really do, and they're really good for more or less any lift. Your traps, definitely like deadlift and stuff like that. Grip wise, like I said to you before, grip is a massive thing in strongman. So farmer's grip, hold till drop, that's 5 sets. So I could be there for 10, 15, 20 minutes, doubt it, but could be. And then obviously Friday is going to be a cardio, but that's only going to be up until we get to the next point after the nutrition. I'm only going to go a quick overview on the nutrition, because I think if I show you the talk you, spit the words out, mine. If I talk you through the way that I'm looking at it, it's cost efficient, plus it will put weight on gradually. So we weighed myself last week at 12.9 stone. That's 180 pounds, give or take. So I want per day, I want protein of 180 grams of protein per day. People might be thinking, oh wait there Martin, you're doing an overkill there. Yeah, but this is how I've always done it in the past as well, and I put a lot of weight on. I got up to about 16 and a half stone. That was my peak, so it worked. So how we're going to do that is 5 meals a day. Anyone that's done strength training or any training that's had to shovel food in knows it's the hardest part. It's the hardest part is the meals. So I think start off with 5 meals a day, and I think we're good at that. So it's going to be 36 gram of protein per meal. So you could work it out. Morning can be 6 eggs. That's 36 gram of protein. There's 6 gram of protein per egg. So that's how we're going to work it. I will come out, if you want me to come out with a more in-depth nutrition program for me, let me know in the comment section below. I'll get that out within the next couple of weeks, obviously. Carbs, all you do is double it. All you do is double your carbs. So I want 360 gram of carbs a day. So it works out 72 grams per meal. Like I say, let me know in the description below, comment section below, whether you want me to come out with a more in detail nutrition. So we're going to go on to this part down here. Also within them, I'm going to take 3 protein shakes a day during the day. So it might be the case of between meal 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then I might have one after meal 5, or just before I go to bed. Because if you struggle to put weight on, a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people frown. This is what works for me. I'm not saying this is going to work for you, but this is what works for me. I used to also eat a full-blown meal after 10 o'clock on a night time. At 10 o'clock, your body wants to shut down, so therefore it's going to shut down, but it'll absorb more. That makes sense. So obviously your immune system, all that jazz that's inside your body is shutting down, so it absorbs more. That's what I take away from that. And then obviously I'm going to snack all day. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get into the actual thing. I'm going to talk over it. So this is the announcement I've got to make. Bear in mind we've been training now for 2 weeks, and I've managed to land myself old and strongest man. Well, this is on the 25th of June this year, so obviously I've got about 11 weeks yesterday to prep for it. So I'm going to go through the events, and I'm going to go through the weights, and I'm going to go through what I'm going to do. So obviously old and strongest man, it's an open, it's open, so it's anyone, any weight, any size, any whatever. But obviously you've got 3 categories, so you've got your first timer, novice and intermediate. So first timers, I'll come to the end of this and then I'll talk to you why I've picked the one that I want, that I'm doing. So the first event's deadlift for reps for 60 seconds. So it's how many deadlifts you can do in 60 seconds. The first time is 170 kilo, novice is 200, intermediate is 230 kilo. Second one's max overhead press. We have a choice of axle or log. I prefer the log, so I've picked the log on that. First time is 60 kilo, novice is 80, 100 for the intermediate. Farmers walk Royal Rumble. So basically what it means by the Royal Rumble is every 10 meters you get weight added on, and I believe it's 10 kilo per hand. So 70 kilo for first timers, 90 kilo for novice, and 110 for intermediate. 9 times out of 10 when you go into a competition, you are definitely going to be carrying at least your body weight in one hand for a farmer's walk, no matter what. A good competition will do that. So event 4 is cross of pain, which obviously it says in the title, cross of pain. So first timers is 90 kilo, novice is 110, and intermediate's 130. So yeah, I forgot to say these. So these are my maximum for these 2 lifts. So a deadlift for reps, 160. We could get more. I know I can get more because I did 5 reps of that. Like I said, go and check the video out before this. Max overhead press, 70 kilo. I got 2.5 reps out of this. And if you can remember, it was strict press. So it means you didn't use the use your legs. It was just straight off the shoulders. That's it. We're all shoulder work. So I think I could probably get more on that in a way. But we'll come to that. We'll come to the overview at the end of the event. So anyway, event 5 is loading medley, 4 implements. That's between tyres, kegs, sandbags, anything like that. So first time we start off with 30 to 60, novice 60 to 90, and intermediate goes to 90 to 120. Basically, you're running. I think it's 10 meters, maybe 20 meters. Normally, it's around 20 meters. Event 6, right? The only reason most strongmen competitions have 5 events. The reason why there's an event 6 is because whoever wins this competition per category becomes Oldham's strongest man in that category. So obviously first timers, novice, intermediate. What they've done is the top 5 people that come in their category will go against each other for stone over yoke, and it's an elimination. So basically, I can't put a stone up over, but my partner has. I get eliminated. He goes through to the next person, which will go on until the last person stood there putting stones over, and he becomes Oldham's strongest man. So 80 kilo for first timers, 104 kilo for novice, 130 kilo for intermediates. So yeah, wish me luck in a way, but I'm going into the competition to enjoy myself a bit. It's the first ever competition I've ever done, guys, ever. Even when I was training for it last time, I always got a bit scared before going into a competition, so that's why I always never really went into one. But now I've done a lot of research, and strongman is a really supportive sport. You about to zero out on anything, you still get a massive support on it. So it's one of those things that I'm going in for the experience. The category I'm going into is novice. My first ever event is going to be first ever competition is going to be novice, because if we look back on the stats, I'm at 160 kilo now deadlift, and I did that for 5. So I think I'd cheat myself if I was to do 170. If I was to do the first timers, because 170 kilo. Bearing in mind I've still got 2 months to train, at least 2 months to train. I think it'd be a walk in the park, and I'd be cheating myself. I'm gonna come back and eat these words up on it in end of June. But I think I'd be cheating myself to go for the first times, because obviously I know for a fact I can lift 170 kilo for reps. By then, definitely. Max overhead press, 60 kilo. I'm already doing more than that, so I think I'd still be cheating myself on that. What you've got to understand is yeah, it's first time my competition, but what you've also got to understand is I'm already hitting these weights, or not so fucking far off hitting these weights. So anyway, farmers walk, stuff like that's stuff that I'll be working on. I can't really go back to back in the days, because farmers walk back in days. I was doing 90 kilo and stuff like 100 kilos and stuff like that. Stones, I've only ever done it once, so that's one main thing that I need to work on, is definitely stones. So let's say to this training program up here, this is going to be 2 to 3 weeks. That gives me, if I say 3 weeks of this training program, that gives me approximately 8 weeks to train on the events, and that's what I will be doing, training on these events. So I'll be massively hitting the deadlifts, massively hitting overhead presses. I'm going to be hopefully starting to go to Chaos Gym in Preston. Anyone that knows Strongman knows Rihanna Lovelace owns that gym. She's the world's strongest woman in 2018. That's my closest strongman gym. So I need to be able to juggle training to work to be able to travel over there. It's about 15 miles away from me. So that's what I will be doing. And I'll be doing that twice a week. Hopefully be going twice a week to do my events. But that starts when I'm 2 months out. Obviously, the last week I will not be doing nothing. I'll just be going for light sessions, eating loads and making sure I'm hydrated and stuff like that. Getting prepped for the competition. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going for the Novice. Confirmed the 25th. I will be putting a video out for that weekend. It might not be on the Sunday because obviously getting all the content and editing it, editing it, and putting it all together and stuff like that. It could be a bit hard work, time frame wise. So another thing I want you to let me know is, what session do you want? Do you want me to do one specific session, like maybe a back day, or chest day, or overhead press, or whatever, and do that full day on some videos, or would you like to do a bit of everything? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Right guys, I'm going to log off now. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. It really does help. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It also helps a lot. I'll be back with you next week. Enjoy your week, guys. Thank you very much. Bye for now.